That's all I'm saying. We need to start advocating
Yeah.
for men who want to be with men. I understand the impulse, brothers. I do.
Hello, all, and welcome back to my channel, Red Femme Diaries. All right, y'all. It is about 11:20 p.m. I had a long day of work and I got to go to work tomorrow, but unfortunately, again, I cannot go to sleep until I get this video out. So I had some other things I was planning on doing, and then I just like ran across this. You saw that little clip there, and it's a clip of Kevin Samuels saying he's advocating for men to be with men, and already you see the stories coming out, oh, wow, he's being uncovered, he's gay, and all the things are coming out, lots of confusion, did he mean that, did he slip up, all of that, hubbub, so I said, let me do this video, not, just to give my take on that, my little 2 cents in my little corner of YouTube here, but also I wanted to do this video to show you guys a way to decipher information. Okay, because we're in our last days here, as some of you may know, and in these last days, truth is going to be very hard to find. There's going to be this mass delusion, going on, and you hear things like this, and you may have liked what he had to say, you may have not, and now you hear this, and he wants men to be with women. So how do we mere mortals sort through all of this? So I'm going to have you guys take a walk with me, and I'm going to show you how I take in information like this and how I interpret it, and how do I swish it around in my head, um, so one thing you guys know, I'm Red Femme Diaries, not my little red cross there, but my red is the blood of Christ. So a lot of what I use to decipher information, I do use the Word of God. I'm not saying that I'm so holier than thou, but because I don't know what I'm doing on this planet, I need something else to help me navigate this world, and that book seems to be a good one. So that's one thing you can use as a guide. So let's go through this now. So let's go through this quickly now. So if you don't know what's going on with that, go look at some other videos. You'll see, he made the comment that I just, said there. So now there's this confusion about, oh, he's really gay, and oh, oh, you can't follow him. And my heart really bleeds for the, I think they call us the ADOS, the African descendants of slaves, whatever you say. My heart bleeds, for us. What could have been such a wonderful story of triumph, we see what little bit of community we have crumble apart, and any sign of hope in getting better, it seems like it's purposefully stomped out. Here this man comes, Kevin Samuels, and whether you agree with him or not, whether you like him or not, whether you think he's gay or not, he opened up a much needed conversation in the Black community, because the Black community is indeed sick. And just like a cancerous tumor in your body, if one part of the body it has cancer and is sick, that cancer is spread. And so when you have a Black community that's very sick and in peril right now, that spreads to other communities, and it spreads across this nation. So this man, at the very least, if you can't give me other credit, he opened up a dialogue, much needed one, between the men and women and the order of things, because we're, as most can see, as the world can see, the Black community here in the United States is out of order indeed. We are upside down, backwards, turned inside out. And for whatever reason, this man comes out of oblivion, seems like, and he begins to introduce the idea of order in our community, the proper order with the man at the head. it seems we would all be rejoicing and, grateful that, a lot of women are really starting to understand, black women that is, are really starting to understand the importance of their femininity, the importance of submission to their man. We're having these conversations, these new ideas that have been dead in us for so long that we knew at one point, but somehow escaped from us. And so now he opens up this dialogue and, the rumors start. Is he gay? Is he not gay? Okay, so 3 scenarios here. The first scenario, and before I say anything, I understand. I have no idea what this man is. I have no idea who. I don't know. I'm just showing you how I decipher information and how I get to the bottom of things. So, first scenario, Kevin Samuels is indeed a gay man. He has been plotting for all these years to guide the black people and guide the men into being with each other. This show, he didn't slip up. He meant what he said, and he said what he meant, and the men should be with each other. This was his coming out show. Let's say that is indeed what happened here, and he's gonna say, yes, indeed, the black man should turn from the black woman and turn to each other. Okay, here's how I look at it. What about everything he said before that point? Before he said, aha, I want all the men to be together. Okay, what was wrong with what he said before then when he talked about, the average at best, where for the first time he was able to take that black woman off that damn pedestal that she's put herself on. He was finally able to yank her butt down. Whew, and we all watched, millions, I'm sure a couple million probably have seen that now. And for the first time, the black woman began to humble herself. Everything he said before this thing, for the most part, he's not perfect, has been pretty much on point. So even if that is true, doesn't change the truth of what he said before he said that. Now that we know that he wants the men to be together, we line that up with the word of God. The word of God is not in agreement with that. So at this point, we can say, oh, the things he's saying is this is terrible, and no, the men should not be with men. I've lined it up with the word that ain't right. The stuff he said lined up with the word saying that the man should be the head of the woman. That was right. This isn't right. We divide it up where it should be. Bam. All right, that's first scenario. Second scenario, he is gay, indeed, but that was a slip of the tongue. He wasn't going to come out yet with his diabolical plan to turn all the black men to one another. Okay, slipped out. It was a mistake. Okay, but he's indeed on the down low. What do we do then? We do the same thing that we did up with the first scenario, but we add something to it. We think about everything he said before he said that. Is what he said true? Is what he said that there are some people in this life that are just average people, and average people get average people, and y'all can get together and build a happy and good life? Was it true when he said that just because the man is not this high earning, high value, this man, does he not still deserve a woman that will submit to him? Because Marisol does, he always says Marisol on these different names. Every other race gets it but us. So before he said this, was that true? I'm going to say yes, it was true. Now we say, okay, so now there's suspicion because he's gay, but he's not. It was a slip of his gay tongue. So from here on out, what you do, every bit of information, you take it and you kind of scrape it through the fine-tooth comb of the Word of God, and you see, does it line up? If it doesn't line up, you throw it out. Okay? Now we're going to go to the last scenario. Scenario 3. He actually is not gay, and he really did just make a slip of the tongue. Okay, an accident, because he was saying some things. And at the end of this video, I'm going to play what was said. Before he said that. And what I want us to do is just imagine, what if he is indeed not gay at all? And he is a black man that sincerely has a heart for the black community, wants the men and the women to come together. And he has essentially sacrificed himself to just brutal scrutiny, tearing away at his character, everything because he simply wanted to help a sick and broken people. What if that was the truth? What if there's a bunch of people calling him gay and saying all these things, ignoring the truth that he has given the community? What if that's true? You sit back and you look at, what a community is this? How sick and lost we are indeed. That anyone that dares to come out and tells the truth gets as much backlash as this. Oh, my heart really does bleed for the black community, because the thing of it is so very simple. So very simple. Everyone else knows. Kings get queens, Court jesters, they have their wives too. You know what I mean? You go on down the line, even a poor man has a wife. You know what I mean? We're all not going to be necessarily the king, and that's okay. It's the order of life. But sometimes when we have a mirror held up to us, some of us, the sight of it is so ugly that we just have to turn our face and deny the truth. That some women are indeed average at best, but there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, the black community, because of our sickness and our illness, will take good, solid truth and flush it down the toilet. But anyway, I'm going to play the clip of the middle here, and then after that I'm going to play the ending. And let's hear what this man, Kevin Samuels, said before they took that clip out.
Supposed to stand out and hold the line because we black and we're not even getting. See, the problem is not that the black men don't want to be fathers and black families and be black. My preference is black, but where are the corresponding black women who are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childish, who want to be our wives? See, that's where we're not getting to. So we're telling black men, hold on, black man, just wait for her to come along. When 78% of them are overweight, obese, when a larger percentage of them are single mothers, just hold on. Wait for the one or two that might come along. When you got a brother right here in Atlanta, 17-1, tell you don't even see him on a weekly basis. So ultimately, what is black gonna do for that man if he doesn't have a black wife, make a black family, and he dies single and childless? What happened to the black man?
I mean, that's it, man. That's literally it.
So are you saying you want the black race to die out in that case? Because if that's it, no women. Or would it be better for him to go make a shade of brown?
You make the point, the shade of brown is better than nothing.
That's all I'm saying. We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men. I understand the impulse, brothers. I do.
Okay. So we heard that. There was a lot of meat in the things that he was saying, because I have to admit, I have 2 black sons that I'm raising, and the probability of them finding, black wives that are submissive and that will, serve my boys, it's very low. You know what I mean? But does that mean that I want my husband's lineage to stop? No, I don't. I understand that there's a high probability that my boys will have to marry out. But if the black women can just get a hold of what, this man, Mr. Samuels, is saying, submit yourselves, humble yourselves, wear your natural hair, be feminine, be these things, then our community has a chance. But the problem is we're so sick that someone that comes out and says these things, we want to destroy their character. because some of us are too sick and we don't want the other ones to rise up and do better and be better. It's quite sad, you know, when you think about it. I'm going to play this last part, and this is going to be the end of this video. Just wanted to do something real quick. Please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. This is Red Femme Diaries. Goodbye.
But our women, men's advocate, and I see far too many men, and I have seen far too many men that I know over the last 30 years who have been raised in single parent households, who have been beta males, who have had troubles, trials, tribulations, seen the worst parts of everything, and and have made themselves thorough men who, despite their best efforts, every time they try to reach out to their woman who's their counterpart, they don't want to get married. They don't want to. I know black men right now who have had to date out because there are not enough black women who want to be wives, who are fit to be their wife. There are women who say they want to be a wife, but like I said, do they have somebody else's kid? Are they agreeable? Are they what are you getting?